Hello friends, my name is Sagar More and today in this video you are going to watch the HTML character entities, emojis, symbols and character set. So let's start. Let me open the W3 schools from where we left. So previously we covered most of the things, like we have covered semantic style guides as well. Today we will learn HTML entities and things related to it. So here on my screen, HTML character entities topic is there. So what are the character entities? HTML character entities are something which you use in terms of code, which will give you the symbol. So I mean, let's say this less than symbol or greater than symbols. So you have that symbol on your keyboard, you can type it, but will you be able to run that and show the user what's symbol to be used while writing the HTML code? So let's consider this example where W3 school is there, right? It is telling us, like it is teaching us what symbols to be used to create the HTML code. So in that this less than symbol is there, but do we see that in the output? No, we see the output as a heading, right? Let me write a code to tell the user that okay, you should use less than h1 and this symbol to create heading. Let's say I want to write that. So when I run the code, do you see that h1 less than and all? No, right? That is because this h1 gets converted to the heading part, which browser translates it to the heading, and that's why other code which are just after that we have written, it is considering it as a heading, and this code is not visible at all. But in order to show that, we can do HTML character entities like this. This is the starting program, less than, semicolon, and now if you see that less than is available here, right? The same way greater than also will be available, by default it is showing because it is not considering that less than to be a HTML code, and that's why you are able to see the. So same way greater than also you can use, and this way you can tell someone that which code to be used, right? And browser is not going to convert that into the heading. So this is called character entity, which you can use in your code to form different symbols and emojis. So today we are going to learn that only. So this chapter is only about basic HTML character entities, and the syntax goes something like that, where ampersand symbol is there and it ends with semicolon, and in between the ampersand and semicolon we have to write the HTML character entity name or the number. It can be represented both ways. So for this same less than, we can use LT, which I just used for less than, and or you can use this also, and that will also work the same way. Now, in order to have the spacing, let's say, that can be managed with the help of HTML and CSS combination, where we need to give margin and spacing in the code to form the space. But if you want, you can do this as well. So let's say you want the space, right? I will copy this and put it here somewhere. So I have copy pasted it multiple times, and you can see the space is getting created, but that is not the recommended way to use it. And as I mentioned, for less than symbol and greater than symbol, these are the HTML character entities, which are called as entity name. But there are entity numbers as well, which you can use to form the same thing. So either entity or number, whichever you like, you can use. And for other symbols like ampersand, these symbols like euro, yen, copyright, registered mark, trademark, and all, there are HTML character entity names or the numbers which you can use, and it will just work like that. So here the copyright symbol is there. For that I am using ampersand, copy, and semicolon, and that is getting printed here. So you need not to search for these symbols on the internet from now onwards. You can just write it on your code directly. Then there are some symbols which are not present on your keyboard. Let's say rupees symbol, that can be also generated with the help of entities. And there are some type of quotes which are not there, like this backtick is there on your keyboard or just above the tab, but what about this reverse backtick, right? That is not there. So these kind of things which you can generate with the help of character entity or number entity. So there are there the table is given where you can use those words as well. And in the next chapter we are able to see symbols. This is somewhat the same only. Only the thing is here they are not talking about the space or codes, right? They are talking about the pure symbols like rupee symbol, euro symbol, like this. So this is called a named entity, HTML character entity. This one is HTML number entity, and this one is hexadecimal entity, hexadecimal value. Whichever way you want, you can use that to have any symbol you want, right? These all three outputs this euro symbol only, but it's up to you which one you want to use. Okay, so mathematical symbols also you can form with the help of these HTML entities, like these symbols like pi, sum, and other symbols are also there, which you can just write sum in the ampersand and semicolon, and it will work as is. So the same way there are some Greek letters which you can write with the help of these HTML entities or character entities. And for copyright, register, trademark and all, you can use these entity names or the numbers, and it will work. Let me show you the rupees symbol. So I don't see rupees symbol here, but if you want, you can just search a rupees HTML entity, and you from the result you can open any of the website, and there the rupees entity should be there. Let me check. Yeah, here it is. And if you see the code, they are giving us the rupees symbol entity, which we just need to copy. So this is the numbered entity, this is hexadecimal entity. Whichever you want, you can copy paste, and this will form this code. So this is called HTML entities, with which we can create the symbols as well. And if you want, you can create emojis as well. So let's see what emojis you can create with the help of these entities in this chapter, emojis. Here you are seeing these different images, right? These are not the images, by the way. These are the fonts only, and they are created with the help of these HTML entities, and they are not downloaded from anywhere. But you just have to search for the entity names or numbers, and it will work. And to do that, first of all, you should have meta character set UTF-8 mentioned in your head section of your HTML, because that is the character set which allows you to write all the symbols, entities, and emojis all together, and it supports different languages also. So whichever language you want to use, you can use in your web page, and it will not form any issues. And this is a universal transformation format, which is of 8-bit. It supports a number of characters, and for characters like A, B, C, these are the numbers they have mentioned. This is not necessary to understand. It is just that the computer uses these words. So let's say you want to print ABC in the form of character entity. So these are the character entities which will print ABC only. See, or you since you have that on your keyboard, you can directly write that. But in order to understand by the computer and browser, these are the entity names in which they get converted. Okay, and UTF character set is recommended in the head text section. So let's talk about these symbols, right, or emojis. So you all have used these emojis in your chatting applications. So you can just form those emojis with the help of these character entities, and you need not to remember it. Whichever character entity or symbol or emoji you want, you can just search for it on the internet, and it will show you different versions of it, like this. See, here I have 4 numbered entities, and these are getting shown as this. And since these are the characters only, you can just use font size property, and whatever size you want to increase or decrease the size of the emojis. The same way other emojis are also given here in the table. So you can see different emojis are used, and for each emojis they have given the numbered entity also. But this is not the only emojis you can use. There is a emoji reference they have given, so with which you can just go there and see all other emojis they have. And that is not the only case. You can go on the internet, search for any emoji, and you will get to know the HTML character entity or number code for that, and you can use it in your code. So let's say I want to use this green cross, right? I can just copy this HTML character entity in my code, or write any font size I want as per my need, and it will work. So from now onwards, I hope for the icons, emojis, you need not to copy the image from the internet and store it somewhere. Instead, you can just use HTML character entities to form these images. Okay, so by the way, we have one topic left, which is HTML character set. And I think this is the last topic in this video, character set. As I mentioned, UTF-8 is the latest one, but there were other character set also previously. So this is the ASCII, which is American Standard Code for Information Interchange, and that was a 128 different characters it was supporting. So now today's world, they all are using UTF-8, which is Universal Transformation Format of 8 bits, which supports multiple languages, multiple character sets, symbols, and you can utilize that. But you should have these meta tag in your head section in order to do that. So there is a difference they have given, but you need not to understand this different. You just can ignore it because you are going to use UTF character set in the meta tag of your head section, and you can just remember that this has the huge number of character set, and it can support multiple languages also, and symbols also, and as you said, emojis also. So that's it, I think, for today. I hope you liked the video. There is not much in this chapter, but you should always consider adding it in the head section in the meta tag. And I hope you liked the video, and I think you will watch other series also in my playlist section. See you in the next video. Till then, keep watching.